We are enablers of reusability in the building materials sector, specifically tiles materials that apply to floors and walls. We started at a very early stage actually. We kind of fusion with Ellen MacArthur Foundation because we were with the same goals and ethical design principles. So we started in 2012, but then everything really was more consistent in 2014. So since then, I mean, we've been leading innovation forward into market, so to potentially transform part of the construction sector and decarbonize that. But if we don't do the right steps forward, doesn't matter how we call it. So circular economy is just the difference between that step in between being linear and circular, which will help a little bit recycling, but it's not enough. So it's a way to give to society and businesses a more conscious way that materials, raw materials and other materials that are already being used need to be found a ways how we can better use again, reuse and repurpose instead of discarding and throwing them to landfill as a waste. It's quite exciting, very passionate with what we do, and it's been a very beautiful journey because it has been so much support from the different stakeholders, from organizations like London, previously London Waste and Recycling Board, Newable, Ellen MacArthur Foundation, that have been collaborating and recognizing our solutions. And also very important in innovation to get recognition from the different stakeholders. So we have also won quite a few awards, starting in the European Parliament in Brussels and here in England and others. So I think those are very key steps for innovation to be recognized and then enter into market strongly. Key challenges are construction sector is an old sector. So obviously in terms of even installation, builders, what they are used to, right? And to shift from one system to another, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not just about the recognition and know that others know that the innovation is there, the solutions are there, but it's about how that solution can be put forward in the correct way, because you can have a beautiful solution, but if it's not the installation done properly, then we fail again, and we cannot afford that. So there's a step-by-step in that, how we connect with those stakeholders to make it happen. We have become official suppliers from H&M, which is an achievement because it's one of the biggest retail companies in the world. And that's important also for us to create impact to the next levels. So others can see that we just not achieve small scale projects, but we are also working now in bigger projects. So that give the confidence to others to move forward. And then, of course, we are talking processes with different construction companies that work with the government. I mean, we had recently as well last year in September another conference with the City of London, the Westminster City Council, London, and as well again where just a few companies, SMEs, selected to be in that event to move forward, to excel those solutions. So, and that lead to other virtual, at the moment, they will lead to physical, like today, meetings, but virtual sessions that those stakeholders, important stakeholders in the construction sector, are key for us to move forward. So the commercial aspects that we got from the circularity is that we are very ethical in what we offer. And that's been shown and proved from selection of materiality to delivery installation and thereafter products use for durability and adaptability. So obviously companies and individuals that approach to us can see extra value that they don't have at the moment. So they are learning a lot from us as well. I mean, we learn from each other, but we have a very distinctive way of thinking that is much required within businesses. and that applies to even transport, logistics, how we manage globally products within businesses is also very, very important. So we take into account all of that, and this is pretty much appreciated by other stakeholders, that some of the steps of the circularity and the supply chain they haven't realized, then you show, and then they change, or they're willing to. So that's very, very important. We need to collaborate in a stronger, focused way, not just obviously creating awareness, which is very important, but actioning that awareness, implementation. And the only way that can happen is by collaborating together. My advice to other businesses would be, whether they are already circular or they don't know but they want to know because they're starting to acknowledge that the system, the new economy is towards that direction, is that they start today. Start today to embrace, to get knowledge of what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and what you are in the middle, so you can improve all of that in between. Because if you don't improve and you work towards the new economy, you will be left behind, and if you are left behind, there is no business. There will be another business that will supplement the exercise of the businesses that are happening at the moment, like we are doing in our sector. But we all need to cooperate and believe that we can create a better economy whilst we create a more sustainable living environment.